What up, everybody? It's your boy DFS Up North, aka Josh Thomas here with DFS Army. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to keep printing money over at Thrive Fantasy. I got you covered. Thursday night showdown. We got the Chiefs and the Chargers, Herbert and Mahomes. Let's go. What up, everybody? Again, it is your boy, DFS Up North, here to talk about Thrive Fantasy today and their player prop game for the Thursday night showdown between the Chiefs and the Chargers. Really good game. Super high total. I'm excited for it. We got some injury news today, which is going to affect how we are going to play on Thrive Fantasy. So I'm here to talk about it. I'm going to tell you a couple of my favorite props. We're going to look at the prop lobby, which has been awesome for us over here at DFS Army lately. And if you've never played on Thrive Fantasy before, I'm going to teach you how to do it. But also, if you're a first-time depositor, you use that code ARMY, you are going to get a deposit match up to $200. All right. And 2 free tickets for a deposit of over $100. Before we get there, though, I don't know if you guys can see his background there, but I gotta look a little closer. You guys see that number? You see that number? Big shout out to my boy Andy, Rapid Fire XD. $1 million freaking dollars in the Millie Maker on Sunday on DraftKings. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I can't believe it. Right? Crushed it. 1 million. If we scroll down here, I think these are from this week. Yeah, Cuckoo 170K. Didn't even talk about it in our Discord, right? Guys crushing all week over on DraftKings, on FanDuel, like that Jahan Dotson. Guys smash. All right. So again, if you're not a DFS Army VIP, what are you waiting for? You can use the code UpNorth. That gets you 10% off for life. Really stoked for these guys. But you know what? Take a look here. House props, right? Entry 20. Possible winnings, 220. Crushed it, right? I was smashing on the props all weekend. Smashed 10 into 110. This one got a little tricky, and this one actually cost me a bunch of money on DraftKings. But Dalton Schultz, get that 15-yard pass late in the game. He was sitting at 49.5. I'm sitting there. Give him one more pass, baby. Give him one more pass. He does. We crush. Smash it on Thrive all week. So we're going to talk about the prop lobby today, but this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the big one, right? The $20 contest, $25,000 guaranteed. Let's talk about it, right? I haven't even built a lineup yet. Oh my goodness, right? It's time to enter this one. Let's see what it looks like. So we got a $25,000 prize pool. There's only 215 people in here out of 1,450. We get 10 props. First place is going home with a cool $7,500. Right? Pretty good deal. I think last place right now, which is still getting paid because it's not even full yet, is $25, which isn't much. But again, here's the deal. My strategy in DFS, in sites like Thrive Fantasy, is if you ain't first, you're last. I'm not here to min cash. So like this number right here doesn't even bother me, right? If I win my money back, great. I want that $7,500. And I'm going to tell you a couple of props today that you can absolutely smash on. So again, if you haven't played here before, you got 18 options here this week. It's usually 20, but Keenan Allen gets hurt. Everything gets lowered. And you basically pick the over or the under. The more likely it is to happen, the less points it's worth. You got to get 10. You want around 1,000 points to take down a tournament. So, like I said, it's super easy to play. And again, so fun. Like, I love playing on Thrive Fantasy. I'm not afraid to admit it. It's one of my favorite sites to play on. And like I said, I wouldn't mind going home with a cool 7,500. So, like I said, I'm going to pull out a couple of props that I really like, and how I determine which props I like is I use what's called the NFL research station that we have for DFS Army. And through that, I can see what our projections say, and I can see like, hey, are any of these props a good bet, right? Are we projecting, for example here, Justin Herbert to throw for more yardage than what they are saying? So right now, if we go back to Thrive Fantasy, we can see that the over-under on Herbert for passing yards is 105, all right? For the under, right, 105 points for the under at 275 and 95 points for the over. If we go back here to our research station, it's telling us that our boy Herbie is going to throw for 285. Now, normally, 10 yards. I'm like, yep, let's roll. Let's do it. I love it. But I got that little nagging voice in the back of my head that's saying, Keenan Allen's out, right? Keenan Allen's out. What's going to happen here? So I'm a little bit concerned about that. But here's what I'll say. I think that this is the winning combination on here this week is the over in the passing yards and the under in the completions. Not very many people are going to have that combination. All right. So I'm telling you right now, love that. Right. And why I'm saying that is because Keenan Allen's not a guy who's going to get 8 to 10 targets a week. For him to not be in the lineup, right? Those targets that Keenan Allen gets coming across the middle, like they're going to be short. The 8 out on them is not great. So we've seen Herbert rack up completions because of that before. And now at 26.5, most of the sites are saying, we're looking at, 25, 24 on those props. Last week, how many do you have? 26 right on the nuts. On 34 attempts. Like, I think he's going to throw the ball a ton here. But with Allen not in the mix, I'm pretty confident in that under. So this is my favorite combination of props. This Josh Palmer prop, 2.5 total receptions with Keenan Allen out. Like, he had 3 catches last week on 4 targets, played 75% of the snaps. This should be 100% on, and it's not going to be. That's why there is an edge here. Play it. Love it. Over 2.5 total receptions. I am all in. The other one I want to look at here is there's a Juju Smith-Schuster. So the over 46.5 feels like absolute lock city. I think the Marquez Valdez-Scantling over, but it's only 80 points, right? 1.5. Like, is he going to catch 2 balls? Yes, he's going to catch 2 balls. Here's the one that I want to see. Let's look at our research station and find out what we have to say about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 60.5 total rush yards and receiving yards. So if we go to RBs in the research station, you can see I got all the games up. Let's just go to Thursday. All right. Slide me over here. Thursday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why we put this in Eastern times. Everybody knows that Central Time Zone is where it's at. We are currently projecting Edwards-Helaire at 49.5 projected rush yards and 14 receiving yards. That puts us at a grand total of 64. All right. Now, we're going to see the same prop in the house prop lobby, which, is more in line with the live odds, right? Thrive isn't allowed to change the odds here. So they got to put this at the beginning of the week. So I love the Clyde Edwards-Helaire over. So look I got you guys started here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I got you halfway there to building a lineup. I can't give you the whole thing. Are you kidding me? But hey, let's look at that prop lobby, right? I showed you guys where I was making my money last week on Thrive. Really strong week for me. And that was in the prop lobby. So how this works is you can do a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5. All right. So a 2, a 2 correctly. So if you get 2 props right, and you got to be one from each team in NFL, 3.6x your entry. You go 3 of 3, 6.2, 4 of 4, where I've kind of found my sweet spot here. That's 11x your entry. So $10 into 110, 20 into 220. You get a 5 of 5 correctly. You were looking at $10 into 205. So let's go look here, because I said I want to see what that number looks like for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right? Look at that, 68.5. That has gone up, right? So we can see that those numbers have gone up. Now, I will say this. You look at the total rush yards, you look at the total receiving yards, that doesn't add up to 68.5. All right. So I would likely take the over here on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that's the other thing, is on these props, you can only pick one guy. All right. Or you can only pick one prop for a player. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 16.5 receiving yards. Our player projections had 14.5. I don't mind taking a chance on him going a little over that. In week 1, he had 32 receiving yards, was in there a ton. I think this game's going to be a shootout. I think that, Jet McKinnon's going to be in there, but I like the Helaire over receiving yards. Right. You go back to those props that we had on the other side. Look at this number for Juju Smith-Schuster continuing to go up, right? Mahomes interceptions, I don't mind. I think Mahomes might throw a pick here. I think that the over of 297.5 total yards is something that is a smash over for me. So let's see. We've got Thursday, Mahomes. My projections have him at 294. I think that this game blows up. I love the over there. Betting the overs is always scary. But I think that it's a good way to attack these slates, because I think sometimes the Vegas props are a little low on some of these guys. We've seen these Herbert numbers be adjusted a little bit with the news that 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 Keenan Allen's out. I think that you could feasibly take the over on Mike Williams, but he just didn't get a lot of work last week. What I really like is this over on Everett. I will be all over. Oh, Michael Carter, 42.5 rush yards. That's on Sunday, but I will be all over that prop. The other one I'm going to take is the Palmer over here. So, right, like should we just do a 5 for 5 just because? Let's see. 5 for 5, just because the last one I can go. I think Juju Smith-Schuster does it. Let's submit. I have a house ticket for 20. Let's do it, baby. We are in on that. I got that house ticket because last week they were giving them out for betting $20 on the Monday night game, right? All day. So again, and they got other contests that you can enter, right? So they got the week two contest with a $150,000 prize pool. Let's just take a look at that real quick here. If we enter that, 10 of 19 options, but first place is paying $30,000. Why aren't you guys playing here? There is money to be made. I showed you how to do it. Let's go. Get involved. Come on. Have fun. It's one of my favorite sites. Love Thrive Fantasy. And that's what I got. So like I said, use that code ARMY. That gets you a deposit match of up to $200. You get a couple of tickets in your account as well. If you're not a DFS Army subscriber, you want to win $1 million again, we're going to go back to back this week. Let's go. You can use the code UpNorth. That gets you 10% off of a VIP membership there. I will be in the Discord for DFS Army VIPs, chopping up about Thrive Fantasy if you want to. Otherwise, have a great week. I will see you guys for the next week. I might even do one of these for Monday night, because my boys are playing and we got 2 games to choose from on the prop lobby. So my boys are playing Monday night. The Vikings, let's go. Beating up the Eagles, taking out Jalen Hurts. So maybe we'll get a special one of these on Monday night. But other than that, check out all our content, dfsarmy.com. You can find me on Twitter at DFSUpNorth, or you can find us at DFS Army on Twitter as well. Have a great week, guys. Cheers.